gul'dan versus Alfurion.
I must protect the wild. Your soul shall be mine.
Hey, how's it going? Probably one of the earliest I've ever streamed. Gonna be doing an early stream today. I'm not sure how long I'll go. Maybe I'll just go all the way, pretty late. But yeah, I've just been waking up super early and just been wanting to do stuff. So hey, Marijuana King Prime, how's it going? I'm going to tap here and then try to play the Doomsayer next turn against Jade. It's not, I guess it's not super imperative that it goes off against Jade a lot of times. It's not one of those matchups where you just want to like play it for tempo early. Okay, this is good. Going to turn 6. We're tapping for Geist. We need to find that card. As long as he doesn't get to develop here, like the only way he gets to develop is with Spellbreaker. So I was thinking there's no point in me defiling, like defile Doomsayer, because then Spellbreaker's still a development for him. Ultimately my goal is to find Geist and stop him from playing another Jade this turn. Hey man, glad to see you back at it. I am back. Playing a Gnome-Feratu control deck. Actually been liking that card more and more. I'm a big fan of Gnome-Feratu now. I feel like the reason it's so good is because this hero power for Gul'dan, it's basically the strongest hero power when it comes down to fatigue. And surprisingly, all the meta decks draw more cards than Warlock. Like, assuming you're tapping 4 or 5 times a game before turn 10, they usually draw more, and then usually win the fatigue with Gul'dan because you stop drawing as Warlock. Well, that's a pretty powerful turn. Oh, we got Geist. Okay, this is way too much to play Geist into, but just gonna think if we can clear with a Defile here. This is a 4, 5, 7. To me, I don't even know if it's worth it. It's kind of hard to see if it's a clear. 4, 3, 4. We need a 2. Like Drain Soul. I still don't think it's a clear. I'm not sure. Did you dye your hair? I did. It's a long time ago. It's probably, I've had my hair like this for like 3 or 4 months now. I came in just to suggest playing some Warlock. Yeah. Oh, nice. Playing right into the Abyssal. We have a full clear with Abyssal here. We can also Defile here. And trade after, I guess. The thing is, I almost, let's see. So we Abyssal trade, then he ultimates our face. We're at 5, right? And we can trade into the 5/5 with Abyssal, and then play Geist, I'm assuming, and then drain Soul. It's okay. Alternately, we can do a Doomsayer setup here with Defile. Defile's probably worth more than Abyssal, but I kind of need the tempo already. It gets a similar tempo, right? This just leaves the Doomsayer instead of Abyssal. The main thing is it kind of heals me for 3. Abyssal hurts me for 3. Okay. I don't have to play this. I don't have to play Geist until after Ultimate, but as long as we play a powerful enough move like Lich King here, it should be fine.
Warriors of the frozen
As long as after Ultimate Infestation we can Geist. And because the Lich King is so powerful, we can do that. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can play 3 minions and Anti-Magic Shell. I don't have to kill this board. Alternatively, Abyssal double Voidwalker. Set up for Gul'dan. I mean, the other play sets up for Gul'dan too. It's not like it doesn't.
So many possibilities.
I like this play here. Finally, I catch a StrifeCro stream. Cool. This is pretty good. Not bad at all. But yeah, he hasn't played any idols yet this game. We're in pretty good shape now, I feel, with this Geist in our hand. I made a tweet earlier about this deck feeling like a Geist simulator, because I play a lot against Jade Druid on EU, and it always feels like a Geist simulator. See if I can get the Geist in time. It's like the most common result in this matchup. Happens all the time. We can actually drain Soul a trade in Abyssal here. We don't take any damage from Abyssal because we heal for 3 with Drain Soul, so we're at 10. We shouldn't die. I guess we died at double swipe, but that's something I'd probably be willing to take into account. The issue is then, let's see, we need to plan out 2 turns, right? These 2 are the key turns, and they can be hard to get off. But yeah, I still think that's the best. Because he's so weak here, I feel like we can make a play, right? Because as long as we're ahead on board, if he ultimates, we can always play Geist after.
Almost out of time.
It's not always true. It's kind of weird, a little bit. I still think it's probably worth it. I could also Geist double Drain Soul or something, but the problem... So I just hope I don't get ultimate this turn, because if he ultimates my face this turn at 5, I can't play Geist, right? I have to heal. Because at 5, I'll just die after ultimate. But this ultimate sets up for another big demon before Gul'dan. It's not that likely he's going to ultimate me, because he hasn't been ultimating. I never expected him to have an idol in his hand already. That would have destroyed it with Geist. So this one was 6-6. He can go up to 9-9 this game if we Geist the last idol. Depends if he gets to play any out here. That trade was a huge mistake for him. So now we just play a control game. There's 3 more Jades. 2 spirits and a behemoth. Just turned up the bitrate. I don't think I can. It's too hard. We could Army of the Dead at some point. Obviously not this turn because I have to kill that, but...
My hunger grows. You win. I can rest now.
It all comes down to who gets Gul'dan first in some ways, and if you tap too much for him, then you die to fatigue anyways. There's almost no way for you to win on tempo, so I'm not sure. This is the Big Druid, right? We want the Spellbreaker, we want the Twilight Drake, These aren't bad to keep, but I think 2 Voidwalkers is too much. What do we want? Breaker? That's not a super important card. I would say Gnome Frogtooth is good, and Twilight Drake is good. I guess Gul'dan might even be good. I feel like we could do this. I kind of don't like how in this meta it comes down to drawing individual cards too much, like Geist and Death Knights. Like Priest feels like that too, or you're just trying to draw Geist and you're Raza Death Knight. This is like the same thing, I guess. Geist and Death Knight. It just feels too much like that. I like tapping here and then going to coin Twilight Drake and to tap Gnome Frogtooth. His most likely plays Mirekeeper, and it's not like Gnome Frogtooth trades well against that. We don't really want to trade both into Mirekeeper. I'd rather trade like the Drake in. What deck do you suggest to climb forward Legend? I would suggest Jade Druid or Priest. Raza Priest. Feels okay. If I attack and force him to hero power or swipe, if I don't attack and he swipe hero powers, actually it's even worse. He just kills my guy. Raza Priest is now tier 3 and ladder. How'd you like a Stonehill instead of Earthen? I was running into hand size issues a couple times, but it's reasonable. I definitely agree with it somewhat. Always Jade Druid. At least it's not too, that's actually, I'm not even sure that's lucky for him, honestly, if you think about it. It's just a 5/3 and a 1/1. He doesn't have any other Jade cards. It'd be good if he was running other Jade cards, but I kind of want to play Big Druid. I don't know the deck list for it, but I think it's pretty good because there's a lot of decks focused on carrying Jade that open themselves up to Big Druid a little bit more. I've seen some high-rated Big Druids lately. I wouldn't call this hand lock because your hand size is not that big. It's definitely control lock though.
I dream and the world trembles.
It's not a huge reason to play this, but there's not a huge reason not to play it either. At the very least, it heals me for 4 life. It's not like I can really expect this to do anything later. The biggest implication for Mistress later might even just be to activate the first Defile tick. Is that enough to keep it? Because it activates Defile a little bit with Tainted Zealot Defile does 2, and then 4, and then kills the Zealot and does 5. That's how it chains. But otherwise, I can't see any other like reason to hold it here. Sometimes ultimates too. It's kind of nice. Like if your ultimates face trades and ultimates just absorbs 5 life, so it's pretty good against ultimate.
My thoughts
He doesn't.
are plagued.
Yeah. I still like Geist more than Dreadlord. Dreadlord develops it for the Gul'dan, but the 4-6 I feel is better than 4-5 here. Because if he makes his trade, he needs a little bit extra. Whereas he can just make the trade in Dreadlord. It is a full trade Dreadlord, but you know, I can kill 5-1 easily with Dreadlord and Defile. I need to value twisting very high, Defile not very much in this matchup. Do you ever watch other streamers? Yeah, sometimes.
My thoughts are plagued.
The gnome is working good.
Death is eternal. My turn is not. My thoughts are plagued.
I need initiative here. He can't afford to pass and leave that up.
Gul'dan versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. I am your nightmare.
It's not the Doomsayer play. When I played the Abyssal, it tapped. I should have just played Abyssal and the Zealot out. Looks like Handlock Mirror. I actually prefer tapping here because of the Drake. It's hard for us to curve out strongly. Like, we can curve out with small stuff like Mistresses and Gnome Fratus. Generally in this matchup, I don't think it's that important. The first big minion trades so well against the small minions anyways. So I like tapping until Twilight Drake. That way I can get the biggest possible Twilight Drake here.
Out of my jungle.
And then play Gnome Fratu after the Twilight Drake. Like, I can tap and play Gnome Fratu. I really need to watch on how many times I tap though. If it's ever like too lopsided, we need to stop tapping because goes to fatigue a lot, I think, in this matchup. He might be running, he's probably running a Kazakus list. We see Mortal Coil, Stonehill Defender, this guy. Not like a super focused Demon Lock. That means that we need to watch out for using our twistings too liberally, because Kazakus Potion can get a lot of board.
So many.
If this can mill him some cards, even in his deck, we'll win the Fatigue for sure. I feel like milling the coil is like the worst possible thing though for Gnome Feratu, because it gets pulled out anyways from the guys. Yeah, I think this is Kazakus. I don't think we get anything from Geist anymore. Coil should be his only card. But we're not exactly losing the Fatigue either. Might be able to mill something with Cold Light here. Problem with Cold Light here is it's such a bad tempo play because we have no plays with Cold Light. Like Siphon is so good here. Set up for Abyssal too. Yeah, I like this. This sets up for Abyssal next turn, trading our 2/3 into his taunt guy.
Your magic shall not save you.
Give me a key.
It's likely I never tap again, because I'm definitely exposing myself to losing the Fatigue if I tap again.
Why do you go?
I don't exactly mind Lich King in trading in. Let's say Siphons trades in, it's an empty board, it's okay for us. Let's see if we can find a solution that makes it harder for him. Like if we can somehow keep a 6/1 alive, Zealot drain soul there, but I feel like that's too weak to Abyssal Enforcer. That's even worse. Because if he just siphons here and does the trade, the board is empty, like clean. But if he abyssals us and clears the whole board, he's ahead. Like that's drastically different still. If there's a way for us to keep like a certain board state where we're not weak to abyssal and we're not weak to siphon, it'd be the best. Frostmourn's pretty good, I would say. Just a big beefy value card.
Out of my jungle.
Hey, that's double Stonehill, huh? He's not running Kazakus. That means I can actually mill one more coil potentially in his deck and win the Fatigue even more. He's running some weird cards. Tar Creeper, double Stonehill. That's certainly a weird play, because I can get through on board and I'm getting more and more cards. Frostmourne. I don't care about taking damage because Gul'dan heals so fast. So I like this Frostmourne here, stealing his guy. I do need to play another card here, so we're gonna play the Voidwalker here as well. It's good. Helps us in Fatigue. I don't really see us losing from here. We're way too far ahead now. Like, because we're winning in every metric now, right? We're winning on tempo. Even if he clears, we still win on tempo with Blood Reavers. You know, get everything back. We have Death Grip. We have this to potentially get another coil, so he's never... You know, his deck's always smaller than mine. Even if he kills all our minions, we win the game because he has less cards in his deck than us. And we can definitely kill all his minions. Drain Soul is a clear here. Then I have 8 mana to do whatever. I kind of like Geist, Drain Soul, Death Grip. I can save my 1/1 Voidwalker by playing
So many possibilities.
Zealot, Drain Soul. I like Zealot Drainsoul more
Only a
because I run into hand size issues. Can't add one coil, so I didn't get anything here. This allows me to play 2 cards, right? Whereas if I Death Grip, I have another card in my hand, making it hard for me to play Gul'dan next turn, depending on if my Lich King is still surviving. Because if my Lich King still survives, then I generate another Lich King card. That means I can't play Gul'dan. Even if he Coalites me, it's not a big deal, because I don't need anything in my deck. As long as the deck sizes stay the same ratio, 13 to 14.
only a fool rejects the Lich King.
This is a clear here.
The menagerie is for guests only.
I don't really like Gul'dan and attacking to clear with Dreadlord. I could just Gul'dan, I don't have to clear that. I can also play Dreadlord attack. It's kind of the same thing, except I like developing the Gul'dan hero power a lot better. But I don't want to play into twisting by attacking with Frostmourne here. Oh, for some reason I thought I had a Dreadlord. I couldn't have even done that if I wanted to. I certainly didn't get the most value from Gul'dan, but like I said, that doesn't matter because of twisting in this matchup. The most important thing is unlocking this hero power. Life Tap's unusable at this point. We're both, you know, thinking about fatigue.
I wonder. Forged in blood and shadow.
We can attack here. Actually, no, we don't need to do it.
My hunger grows.
I should play Gnome Fratu ASAP. I guess it's not the biggest deal, because the only bad thing is if he Gnome Fratus are Gnome Fratu, that way it can manipulate library sizes. But we already drew both Gnome Fratus, so you can't do anything to our cards in our hand. There's some reason to keep top my fatigue. Yeah, usually it ends in fatigue. I mean, this deck classically runs double Nether, so it's really hard to ever beat someone on board. Like, both players run more removal than minions, pretty much. This game I have so much tempo that I could kill him before fatigue, but ultimately, because I guarantee a win of fatigue, it's the best way to think about this. 10, 15... I'll go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.